Let me switch up the game. I drink that cognac. Step back cause I might put it on. I go deep, so deep.
Hey TomsTubers, and thanks for joining us for another episode of TomsTube. Today is the Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6 Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6 recap. So if you haven't seen it yet, be careful for spoilers! No, seriously, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing watching this video in the first place? Shame on you. Shame. Shame. Naughty. Apologies for the lighting and background. I've just moved house, so I'm just getting everything set up, but I've got a nice pink wall going on over here. Okay, let's get into the recap for the episode, and if you stick around, I might give you a preview of what next week's episode looks like. Maybe, if I'm feeling generous, which is often, so come on. For tonight's episode, we start off with Meera struggling to move Bran without Hodor. Bran sees images of the past, present, and future, including a quick glimpse of Daenerys' father, the Mad King, just before Jaime earns his namesake as the Kingslayer. And just as all looks grim for the two, a hooded figure on a horse saves the day. But who could he be? Is it the long-lost Stark we've been waiting for? Is it? Sam, Gilly, and Little Sam prepare to meet the rest of the Tarly family in Hornhill. They are met fondly by Sam's mother and sister, but absent is Sam's father and brother. King Tommen meets with Marjorie in the Red Keep dungeons before her Walk of Atonement, only to realise Marjorie may have drunk a little too much of the High Sparrow's Kool-Aid and is taking on a little bit too much of his religious practices. I knew this was going to happen. Either that or she's putting on an act. I hope she's putting on an act. She better be putting on an act. Marjorie's smarter than that, come on. At the Tarly family dinner, tensions run high as Randall, Samwell's father, makes it clear that his son is not welcomed at the guest table. In trying to defend Sam's honour, Gilly slips up about her ancestry and makes things worse. Sam is told that Gilly and Little Sam can stay in peace at Hornhill, but he is never to return there again. And with that, he decides to steal his father's Valyrian sword and take off with Gilly and Little Sam in the night. Okay, so Sam's not really a badass, but he has his moments, every now and then. So let's just give him this moment for what it is. Good on you, Sam. Shove it to your fucking father. What a nightmare. Arya enjoys watching the reenactment of Joffrey's death and struggles to find a reason to kill Lady Crane, the lead actress of the troupe. But just before the play finishes, she poisons the actress's drink, only to have a change in heart, as before Lady Crane is able to drink her poisoned refreshment, Arya smacks it out of her hand and warns her of her would-be assassin. While Arya then retrieves her sword Needle, the waif gets approval from Jaqen H'ghar to put an end to Arya's training once and for all. Ooh, I knew it. She can't be no one. She's a Stark. She has a heart. She can't just give up her moral values. She is Arya Stark and she's gonna kick waif ass. You watch. You watch. Big fight with the waif coming up soon. Epicness. You heard it here first. Maybe. Maybe you heard it here last. At Marjorie's Walk of Atonement back in King's Landing, her father Mace and Jaime Lannister arrive on horseback with an army in tow to rescue their queen. Just as things look to be coming to a bloody end, however, the High Sparrow announces that King Tommen has been sucked into an alliance with the Faith, making fools of his family in return and keeping the peace between Marjorie and King Tommen and their atonement. King Tommen's first act, to take the knight's armour from his uncle Jaime and banish him from King's Landing altogether over his sins. And what rhymes with sins? Let's go to the twins, where we have Walder Frey, who's planning a motion to take back the Riverlands from Catelyn Stark's uncle, the Blackfish. A plan also involving the long-lost Edmure Tully, Catelyn's younger brother and survivor of the Red Wedding. Jaime and Cersei then discuss Jaime's plans to help take the river runs back with Walder Frey, now that his presence is no longer required in King's Landing. We also got to see a little bit of twin-sized action happening at the end. Ooh, Barracuda! Ah! The hooded figure who saved Bran and Meera turns out to be none other than long-lost Uncle Benjen Stark. Uncle Benjen, he's back, you see? And some of you are probably like, oh, I don't even remember who this person is. Real fans will remember Uncle Benjamin from Season 1. He got lost up in the north. He disappeared. Uncle Benjen, who survived the harshness of the north after being lost since Season 1, is now back and by Bran's side to help him finish his training as the new Three-Eyed Sparrow. And lastly for tonight's episode, Daenerys and her Dothraki trundle onwards towards Meereen, with Daario as her advisor. After a quick chat about her options for the future, Daenerys excuses herself from the rest of her crowd, only to arrive back on Drogon himself. Wah! She delivers yet another rallying speech towards her Dothraki troops to help her take over Westeros, and they set onwards on their journey towards Meereen with her atop Drogon's back. Mother of dragons, unburnt, queen of everything, chainer of unchains, breaker of unbreakers. Booyah! One quotable quote for tonight's... Oh, I've got an itchy head, sorry. Happens when you're bald. You pick up your dog's nits and... One quotable quote from tonight's episode is, he can bloody well try. I love Sam, and I love the fact that he gets these little outbursts of confidence about him. And yeah, you know, steal your father's sword. You know the Valyrian steel is necessary. And if he wants to come after you, he can bloody well try. You've gotten out of worse pickles. You killed a White Walker, my man. Represent for the fat community, alright? Peace. Peace out. Well, that's it for tonight's episode, and what a wonderful episode it was. But I think we should have a look at what next week's episode's got to bring. After all, we're up to episode 7 next week. That means 3 more episodes left to go after this one, and we're done for the year. Dunzo. Nada. Zip. Zilch. 3 left to go after next week. Let's check out the teaser. Ah!
As long as I'm standing, the war is not over.
Our 2 ancient houses face collapse because of your stupidity.
I did what I had to do to survive. I will always be a Stark.
We're gonna take back the Iron Islands. Then we'll get revenge.
He died for us. If we are not willing to do the same for him, we're cowards.
The real war is between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, the dead are coming.
Yes, it's very good. It's very excitement. Yes. Yes. Okay, TomsTubers, that wraps... That wraps up... Today's... Oh, fucking hell. Because that wraps up today's... I don't know, what the hell am I trying to say? Wraps up today's episode. That wraps up today's episode. God, that took a long time to say. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and comment in the comment section about what you'd like to see, what your best parts of the Game of Thrones episode was, what you'd like me to do more comments on or less comments on. If you'd like me just to shut up altogether, comment down below. Okay. If you like the background theme for today's Game of Thrones theme cover that was done by Boyce Avenue, the link will be in the description, so check them out, give them some love as well as yourself. Don't forget to love yourself and everyone else. I'll see you next time on TomsTube. Stay cool, TomsTubers, and say hi to your mum for me. Shadow.
Let me switch up the game. I drink that cognac. Step back cause I might put it on. I go deep.